Okay, hello. So I just want to demonstrate how you can solve this because technically your code may be somewhat right, but there's limitation to Excel as what I have mentioned earlier. So I think this is what you're experiencing. Like when you put the code, you're gonna have this error when trying to retrieve data over the network. So what you will do with this one is you have a screen, right? Let's go back in here. Where's the screen? So we have the screen here. So what you have to do is that on your screen, when you select like on visible, what you have to do is you assign, you have your own table in Excel. So you assign the value of the table in a collection. So like clear collect call table, so you can name it any name you want, and then you call the Excel table, which is table 1. So once it's done, in your lookup, don't look up for table 1 anymore. So look up for call table. So unfortunately, in my case here, I only have one screen, so I cannot like simulate the unvisible code. So I will put it in a button so that we can simulate the action where we open that screen. So you see, we have that clear collect call table from table 1. So once we do that, if you go to settings, not settings, if you go to collections, you will have like call table, and right now it's empty. So what we're trying to do with the clear collect function is we're copying the data from table 1 in Excel to a temporary table in uh, Power Apps, which is call table. So when I click that, so once done, if I actually go to the previous view, where is that? This one here, and then collection. So you will see that collection is now filled with columns. So now I can start searching. So instead of like the one I did earlier where I put table 1, I will now search on my virtual table because that's how it works. And if you see here, I'm searching for column A values. So ABC, it should roughly appear, but we don't have data in column D, unfortunately. So let's try column B. So in here, column B. So see, and then if I put here number 3, so it's GHI. Number 3 here, GHI. So what you have to do in summary is you need to transfer your data to a temporary table when you search. So in your barcode, when it finishes, like for example, let's pretend that this button is your barcode scanner. So once it's done scanning, you add this code, clear collect table 1. So what happens, it will refresh its code and then put it to call table so that immediately the result happens in here. So uh so let's say, okay, so I'm sorry, I cannot simulate it here, but that's the idea. Put your data on a temporary collection.